Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining me today. I know that life can feel overwhelming sometimes, with challenges that seem too heavy to bear alone. Whether you're facing financial struggles, health concerns, or relationship difficulties, please know that you're not alone in this journey. Many of us are walking through seasons of uncertainty, wondering when things will finally turn around. Maybe you've been working hard, staying faithful, and doing everything right, but it feels like you're stuck in a waiting period. Those moments when you look at your bills, your relationships, or your dreams, and wonder if breakthrough will ever come. You know what? It's okay to have those feelings. It's natural to question and to wonder. Faith isn't about never doubting, it's about holding on even when the path ahead isn't clear. Today, we're going to spend some time together in prayer and reflection, focusing on the possibilities that lie ahead. Before we begin this journey together, I invite you to join our community of support and encouragement. If you find value in daily prayers and uplifting messages, please consider subscribing to our channel. We're building a space where we can share our struggles and victories together. Take a moment to share in the comments what you're grateful for today. Even in difficult times, finding those small blessings can lift our spirits. I want to share something powerful with you today about breakthroughs and divine timing. Not with empty promises or grand declarations, but with honest hope and practical faith. Let's explore what Scripture tells us about seasons of waiting and the power of perseverance. Life has a way of testing our strength, doesn't it? Those sleepless nights when worries crowd your mind, the mornings when getting out of bed feels like climbing a mountain, the moments when you wonder if anyone truly understands what you're going through, they're all part of our human experience. Perhaps you've been praying for a particular situation in your life, a relationship that needs healing, a financial burden that feels too heavy, or a dream that seems to be slipping away. The waiting can be exhausting, and sometimes it might feel like your prayers are hitting a ceiling. These feelings are real, and they matter. In times like these, it's important to remember that spiritual growth often happens in the waiting periods. Just like a seed needs time in the dark soil before it can break through to the sunlight, sometimes our breakthroughs need time to develop beneath the surface. Throughout the Bible, we find stories of people who waited for their breakthroughs. Think about Joseph. He spent years in prison before his moment of elevation came. During those dark days, he probably wondered if his dreams would ever come true. Yet even in prison, he kept serving others and using his gifts. There's a beautiful promise in Isaiah 43 verse 19 that says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." This verse reminds us that even when we can't see it, new possibilities are taking shape. Remember David, who was anointed as king but spent years running for his life in the wilderness. During that time, he wrote some of the most honest and heartfelt psalms. In Psalm 27 verses 13 to 14, he shares his heart, "I remain confident of this, I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart and wait for the Lord." These aren't just ancient stories, they're mirrors of our own experiences. Sometimes breakthrough comes suddenly, like when Peter walked out of prison in Acts 12. Other times, it comes gradually, like the widow who kept filling jars with oil until she had enough to pay her debts in 2 Kings 4. As we prepare to pray together, let's take a moment to quiet our hearts. You don't need fancy words or special phrases, just bring your honest self to this moment. Sometimes the most powerful prayers are simply opening our hearts and being real about our struggles and hopes. Take a deep breath. Release the tension in your shoulders. Let go of the worry about tomorrow, just for these few minutes. Whether you're at home, at work, or somewhere in between, create a small space of stillness where you can connect with your faith. Remember, prayer isn't about performing or saying the right things. It's about opening our hearts to hope and possibility. It's about remembering we're not walking this path alone. Loving Father, as we gather in this moment, our hearts are open before you. We acknowledge your presence in our lives, in our victories and struggles, in our laughter and tears. Thank you for your unchanging nature, for being our anchor when life feels uncertain. You've carried us through past challenges, turned our mourning into dancing, and shown up in unexpected ways when we needed you most. We're grateful for the simple blessings we often overlook, the strength to face each new day, the people who stand by us, the lessons learned through difficult seasons. Even in our waiting periods, you're working behind the scenes, orchestrating details we can't yet see. Thank you for your patience with our questions, your comfort in our confusion, and your light that keeps breaking through our darkest moments. Life has taught us that your timing is different from ours. Looking back, we can see how you've woven purpose through our pain, meaning through our mistakes, and growth through our struggles. Thank you for the dreams you've planted in our hearts, not to torment us, but to guide us toward our purpose. Father, we bring before you the burdens weighing heavy on our hearts today. Some of us are facing mountains that seem impossible to move, financial pressures that keep us awake at night, relationships that need your healing touch, health concerns that threaten to overwhelm us. We need your wisdom to make the right decisions, your strength to keep moving forward, and your peace to quiet our anxious thoughts. Open doors that no man can shut. Guide us to opportunities that align with your purpose for our lives. Where there's confusion, bring clarity. Where there's fear, instill courage. Where there's lack, create abundance. Not just for our comfort, but so we can be a blessing to others. Help us recognize the small beginnings of breakthrough, the subtle shifts, the unexpected connections, the new ideas that you're breathing into our circumstances. Give us discernment to know when to move and when to wait, when to speak and when to listen, when to hold on and when to let go. We stand on your promises today, not with empty words or wishful thinking, but with confident trust in your character. You are the God who makes streams in the desert, who brings life from barren places, who specializes in impossible situations. Our breakthrough isn't just about changing circumstances, it's about becoming more like you through the process. Let your peace guard our hearts as we wait. Help us notice the daily miracles, the small victories, the gradual progress. Shape our character in the waiting season. Teach us to serve others even as we wait for our own answers. Transform our perspective so we can see delays not as denials, but as preparation for what's ahead. This season of waiting isn't wasted time, it's sacred ground where you're doing some of your deepest work. Help us cooperate with your timing, trusting that you're aligning people, circumstances, and resources in ways we can't yet see. Give us the courage to keep showing up, to keep believing, to keep serving, even when we don't see immediate results. We choose to trust you with our unanswered prayers, our unfulfilled dreams, our unmet needs. You see the bigger picture. You know what we need before we ask. You're working all things together for good, even when the path seems unclear. Our breakthrough is part of a larger story, one that brings hope not just to us, but to others through us. Thank you for your faithfulness that never wavers, your love that never fails, your mercy that's new every morning. We trust you with our today and our tomorrow, knowing that breakthrough isn't just about reaching a destination, it's about who we become along the way. Take a moment to envision the breakthrough you're praying for. Not as a distant possibility, but as a reality taking shape. Picture the weight lifting from your shoulders, the clarity replacing confusion, the peace settling into your spirit. This isn't empty wishful thinking, it's exercising the gift of hope that keeps us moving forward. Think about the stories that inspire you. Maybe it's someone in your life who overcame similar challenges, or perhaps it's one of those timeless biblical accounts of breakthrough. Their stories didn't end in the middle of the struggle, and neither will yours. Every hero of faith walked through seasons of waiting, seasons of testing, seasons that shaped their character and prepared them for what was ahead. Your breakthrough might not look exactly like you imagine. Sometimes it comes as a sudden shift, but more often it arrives as a series of small steps forward. It might come as a new perspective that changes how you see your situation. It might be an unexpected opportunity, a relationship that provides support, or a creative solution you hadn't considered before. Remember the times in your past when you thought you couldn't make it through, but somehow you did. Remember the moments when help arrived just in time, when a door opened unexpectedly, when strength came from deep within. Those weren't coincidences, they were signs of divine care in your life. Your faith isn't measured by the absence of doubt, but by your willingness to keep moving forward despite it. Even if your steps are small, even if your voice shakes when you pray, even if you can only hold on to hope by your fingertips, that's still faith at work. This season of waiting isn't just about the breakthrough you're seeking, it's about who you're becoming in the process. You're developing resilience, deepening your understanding, growing in wisdom. These qualities will serve you long after your current situation changes. If this message has touched your heart today, take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to keep holding on to hope. Share a simple, "I believe in breakthroughs," or tell us about a time when you experienced an unexpected blessing. Remember, we're stronger together. By subscribing to our channel, you're joining a community of people who understand that faith grows stronger when shared. Your presence here encourages others who are walking similar paths. If you know someone who needs encouragement today, share this message with them. Sometimes the smallest act of reaching out can spark hope in someone's darkest moment. Let's create a ripple effect of faith and support. As we wrap up our time together, remember that your story isn't over. The challenges you're facing today are shaping you for tomorrow's victories. Keep moving forward, one step at a time, knowing that you're not walking alone. Stay connected with our community for daily inspiration and prayers. Your breakthrough journey matters, and we're here to support you along the way. Until next time, may you feel peace in your heart and strength in your spirit. Before you go, check out our other messages of hope and encouragement on the channel. Each one is created with you in mind, offering support for different aspects of your faith journey.